Hey parents, let's talk about what to do if you don't like your kid's teacher or if your kid does not like their teacher. Let me preface this by saying that the strategies I'm talking about are to be applied if the teacher is good enough, they're just not great, or they're maybe not your cup of tea. It's really important to remember that your entire focus is on your child. And your entire job is to make sure that your child grows up safe and healthy. A teacher is trying to spread their focus among all of the children in the classroom. They're often under-resourced. Who knows what's going on with their body budgets? So the first thing that I would suggest is to step back and try to see things from their perspective and try to give them some grace. If your child is happy enough and they're just not your cup of tea, then I would urge you to do things like really try and include them in problem-solving conversations. Let them know how much you value their input, that you respect them for the difficult profession that they've chosen, and that you really want to be on the same team. If your child doesn't like them, again, it's really important to differentiate. If your child doesn't like them because they don't feel safe in the classroom, because the teacher uses punitive methods, because the teacher is yelling or screaming at the kids. If you've got a neurodivergent child and that classroom does not feel like a safe space for them, if the teacher's not following IEP, if the teacher is, expecting behavior from your child that just does not match who your kid is and is not realistic, absolutely you need to step in then. Use your good judgment, talk to the teacher, talk to the principal, etc. I'm talking about the situations where your kid's just not really loving how your teacher does things. And here's the thing, that's okay. Because in life, kids and teens and adults are going to come across other people and they're going to have to learn to get along with them regardless of whether or not they see eye to eye. There's always going to be someone in life who's not really your cup of tea, and you need to learn to figure it out and need to learn to get along. So when your kid comes home from school and they say, Mrs. So-and-so did this thing, absolutely listen to them, validate their feelings, and then start asking them some questions to help them gain perspective. There may very well be pieces to this that your child is missing because children are naturally developmentally egocentric. So listen to them first, empathize with them, and then start asking some of those perspective-taking questions. The biggest thing is to let your kids know that you trust that they can handle this. You can ask them, especially for those older elementary, middle school, and high schoolers, is this a situation where you need me to listen so you can vent? Is this a situation where you need me to give you advice? Is this a situation where you want to problem solve this together? Or is this a situation where you need me to go in and talk to the school? Right? When your kid knows that they can come to you and they can share what's on their mind without you going DEFCON 5 and calling the principal and making it a big thing, you make it safe for them to kind of unload. In the same way that you might come home and unload to your spouse about your boss or your coworker that you do not enjoy spending time with. So keeping it in perspective is really, really important. But like I said, if there is an issue with the quality of the instruction, or if there's an issue with the psychological safety of the children in the classroom, by all means, then you need to act. But otherwise, think of this as a really great opportunity for your kids and your teens and for you to learn to give grace and to learn to roll with it when there might be people in their lives that you don't see eye to eye with or who aren't necessarily your cup of tea. As always, if you are looking for guidance on how to navigate situations specific to your family and the humans that you have, book a Connect with Kate call. I'd love to talk with you.